Hello, everyone. I am Jason of Awake Souls. I'm going to start over one more time because now it says live. Hello, everyone. I'm Jason of Awake Souls, and this is my first hangout that I've been ever doing live. And I've got two guests. I've got QNFee, and I've got Mike of Flat Earth Photography. So the three of us are photographers, and we are all flat earthers. And we're making observations with our cameras. And what I want to do is show you the things that we're observing and talk about what we've learned from being photographers out there, and help you to go out there and join us as well. So I just would like to introduce Q of QNFee and Mike of Flat Earth Photography. Hello, guys.
Hi, man. Hi, everybody. Hello, guys. Everyone.
All right. So I'd like to ask you guys both a couple questions. We can start with you, Q. I'd like to ask you how long you've been a flat earther and how long have you been recording the skies?
I become a flat earther since 2 years, I think. Maybe a little bit shorter, but around 2 years. I found a flat earth with researching 911, and flat earth popped up the whole time on the right side in YouTube. So after a couple of months, I decided to get a flat earth link, and it was one from here to Dubai. And within a couple of hours, I knew the earth was flat, like that. You know, all my senses told me. And how I filmed the sky, yeah, man. About 2.5 years ago, you know, I saw those planes, making those lines, and I see something was not all right. And I own a webcam or just a simple camera, and then I bought my P610 especially for the planes. In the meantime, I filmed a lot of other stuff. So that's it.
Yeah, when you have the camera out and you're watching this sky, you often end up catching stuff you weren't expecting, right?
Yeah, always. When I stick my camera out, I get something I didn't expect because the sky is always different, you know, and you have to be in the right place in the right moment. So yeah, I'm lucky. I'm a lucky filmer. So yeah, I filmed a lot of crazy things.
All right, Mike. If you could tell us just a little bit about yourself, how long you've been a flat earther, and how long you've been pointing the camera at the sky.
Hey guys, hello one again. I live in Ireland. I've been living here for 10 years. And I was to say first off, I've noticed when I moved to Ireland, I'm from Central Europe. And when I moved to Ireland, I programmed to sleep because I'm waking up early. The sun is very different from over here in Ireland, and also the sky is much lower. The clouds are really low. I noticed that right away. So now let's go to photography. And I was researching YouTube. I was always interested in science, space, the beautiful planets, and whatnot. And then I came across, I think it was the moon video, like NASA landing, so on. Now I clicked on the link. I think it was the beginning of 2015. And so I realized, okay, this is fake. So then I dig deeper on more videos, more fake stuff, fake pictures, fake Earth. And so then I think I stumbled across a video from Mars Surgeon. And he only had a few videos at that time up. And after watching her video, I was like, well, this seems interesting. And maybe crucialized, I started to research more. And maybe 2 months later, I started to go out. I've seen videos of stars. And I'm like, well, okay, but I would like to check it myself,
Mm-hmm.
See, I want to be the nice day. And that's, of course, also one of those. So, hey, ho, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, boys. People complaining in the channel they don't hear something.
All right. What aren't they hearing?
The sound is low from Michael.
Do you have a way of increasing your volume, Michael?
Checking.
Can you hear me, boys?
I can hear you real well.
Okay, yeah, but the people in the channel are complaining.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Let's see.
You must have Irish equipment.
I'm looking.
Is it any better now?
Yeah, I hear you something better. People in the channel, you hear him?
It says both guests are very low, so I'm going to take my volume down a little bit so that
It's still low. They say it's still low.
hopefully people will, it'll balance things out. They can crank up their volume, and you guys will be.
I think they do that, and they keep complaining because it's the first thing you do. Turn up the sound.
Yeah, okay, so just checking in. Can you hear me louder now? Is it better?
That is a little better.
Better, guys, now?
Okay,
Confident chat.
Jason, somebody say they hear him, his voice through your speakers. Jason is loud and clear, and the rest is clear.
Yeah, it says unintelligible. So yeah, I'm watching the live feed as well. Let me just fool around here to see if I can boost your guys' volumes.
Actually, me.
Yep.
Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, but the other guys in the channel. Hello? Hello.
Let me. All right, I think.
Yes, someone is saying in the chat that you should try to turn your mic down.
That's what.
Settings on Hangout.
That's what I did.
Okay.
I'm already high. How is the sound now, boys?
So I've got my volume down here. Let's see if this is any better.
Okay, so the first thing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, still low, still low. Oh man, it's you keep screwing around. I'm sure.
What if I'm going to bring up this volume and take this volume down? Is this any better? Go ahead and talk, guys.
Maybe I have to put some volume up.
Okay, so I will just test holography here. Hello, can you hear me?
It's already on full.
Yeah, see, that's another thing that I'm noticing here is there's only an icon showing up for me right now and not an icon for you guys either. So I can only adjust my volume and I can't adjust yours.
Oh, something is better. Kip in the eye, is it better now?
Okay, if someone can confirm mine as well, my voice.
A little bit better, is it now?
I don't know why you guys don't show up.
Jason, I see your screen hangs in the chat. Hold on. Oh, not anymore. Okay.
Okay, it seems the guy's confirming it's a bit better, or much better, or surely better.
Yeah.
I don't know which one is right.
Well, it's better. It's better. All right, so this is our first run at this, guys, so it's a learning experience. Sorry about that. Thanks for being here and helping us try to figure this out.
I will try another headset because people in the channel cannot hear me good, I think.
I think people are saying it's better.
Yeah, if we just guys can confirm how about my voice, my volume is any good? I can't change anymore, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's any better.
So I'm just.
It's better now. It's good. Okay, they say it's good. I have another headphone now.
Okay. Well, you know what? I say we sort of start over just a little bit, and then that way we can take the video, re-edit it, and sort of chop this whole front part out.
Yeah, good idea. This one user with the nickname my phone name say it's still low. Okay. I seem to fade in and out.
It's very strange because we can hear you fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People in the chat have problems.
You guys are blasting for me, so I'm trying to. I don't know if I take me down more, or I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to go without the headphones and see if.
Okay.
So I'm without the headphones now. I'm just watching the chat to see if this is better or worse. Somebody would mind sharing that.
Okay, somebody say the hair is fine. Hello. Okay, more stable now. Okay.
And can you also confirm my voice, my volume? How is it?
Awake. Jason, you have to put your volume down, they say.
Okay, I got it down.
Is it good so, my phone arm?
Oh, somebody said perfect. Go ahead, QNFee. Let's hear you.
Okay, it's good, they say. Okay.
Hopefully this will work better.
Okay.
All right. So we're over the jitters now, right?
There is no loud sound. No. Okay.
Okay, seems better. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So when you talk, Mike, just try to project your voice a little bit. You know what I mean? Mike?
Say it again?
I was just asking you, when you talk, you come across the lowest to me. If you could just sort of, speak your loudest.
Okay, I will try to speak louder. Is this better?
Yeah, that's good. All right, so starting over, guys. Sorry about.
Hold on, they asked to turn it up. I can talk very loud, but it will hurt the ears. So, okay, now let's go.
All right, Q. Maybe if you could just tell us quickly about yourself, as how you got into flat Earth, and maybe why you started filming in the sky. What got you interested in that?
Yeah, 911 brought me into the flat Earth because I was looking at it, researching it, and then the flat Earth popped up all the time on the right side. So after a couple of months, I decided have a look at those lunatics. But in 2 hours, I knew the Earth was flat, and my wife think I was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the reason why I filmed the sky was because I saw those planes. You know, I saw something was not right. So I bought my P610 especially for the planes. So that's how I come into the flat Earth and become a photographer.
Yeah, there's something wrong with those trails, aren't there? Isn't there?
Yeah, nothing matches. And if you see what we all film, that's not normal. It's not humans doing this.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
And Mike, if you could just tell us a little bit about getting into flat Earth and filming the skies.
Yeah, absolutely. So I went into the flat Earth just because I was searching for videos about NASA, the planets. Actually, I was also I forgot to mention before, looking at the doomsdays, Nibiru, which I literally failed to film. So I barely like to say it doesn't exist. It's just fear-mongering. That's what it is anyway. So I really wanted to have my hands on and see it for myself because I've seen people since 2015 putting up videos of stars and they were able to make star trails. So how was that possible on a spinning ball? But I never could understand really. So I really wanted to do it myself, and I came across a video from Mark Surgeons, and he only had a few at that time. And so I decided, okay, well, let's see for myself. So I got myself a present. That was the P900, and there I am making videos a few months later.
Yeah, it's fun, and I really do appreciate your videos. You've captured some fantastic things. And so what I'd like to do is just take a few of our videos that we've put out there and just sort of discuss what we saw, maybe the setup of the shot, maybe techniques that we were using that we feel may have helped in the video process, and then maybe our interpretation of some of the things that we're seeing as well. And you mentioned star trails. I'd like to maybe later in the discussion have QNFee, who's made star trail videos, help us understand how to do that, because I haven't done it yet, and I myself want to learn. So really, I mean, the purpose behind this hangout for me is we're photographers, and I want to share our techniques, share our strategies, and share our results with each other. And I want to do it in a way that helps other people out there that are interested in doing this learn how to do this quickly, so that they don't have to go through the full learning process that we have. Because I think each one of us sort of had to learn on our own. Was there anybody that taught you guys how to do this?
Yeah, you have to do it yourself. Suddenly you get it. When you hold this camera for hours a day, you figure out things. But I only use manual focus because my autofocus is broke, and I'm so happy with that because my footage is so much clearer than the autofocus thing. So yeah, you have to learn, techniques and things like that, and you need a good tripod.
Mm-hmm.
For because those P900s, P600s are heavy cameras, and you need a good tripod.
Yeah, and you guys know, because when you're zoomed out that far, really the slightest movement jumps things around in the screen quite a bit.
Yeah. Lately I did some star trails on a maximal zoom, and it was cold outside, and I noticed because of the temperature difference. I saw a movement in the star trails because of the temperature differences. I noticed this when I put my camera outside and do a full zoom, and start the star trails. So the best is not to film in the cold, but if you want to do that, then leave your camera outside for 5 or 10 minutes, so it gets used to the cold. That's things like that you notice.
That's a great tip. So, Mike, if you're available, what I'd like to do is go through some of your videos here quick, and then we'll go over to QNFee if that's all right.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
All right, so I'm going to go to present or screen share.
Is somebody here?
I'm here.
Oh,
yeah, I just waiting for the feed to refresh there.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit of time to load up the screen sharing right now.
He uses a Mac. It's always difficult on a Mac.
I'm just checking the live feed. Okay, it looks like it's come around now. Are you guys seeing that?
Yes, we see the screen.
Oh, wow.
All right, so I'm going full screen right now. And so is there a part in this video?
Okay.
Is there a part in this video that you'd like me to cue to, Mike?
Yeah, if you just go to 324 mark, you can start from there.
All right.
So recently, just to describe what is happening, I recently started to make a series that, in my opinion, with the photography I have taken and the videos, proves that sun is really in the clouds and it's really low. And I believe the crepuscular rays also prove it as well. And I just happened to play around with filters, and I only realized this after I was checking my footage, that I actually was about to delete that video. But then if we can start playing it, please, we'll see clearly that the sun travels through the clouds. This was when it was setting, actually. And I have used the polarizing filter, so which removes the glare. Without that, you wouldn't be able to see the sun clearly.
I'm going to take the volume down on the video so I can hear you a little better.
Yeah, thanks. So I used the negative filter here, and you can clearly see there's clouds behind and in front of the sun as well. So I don't know, how much more proof we need, because I have a lot of these videos, and I actually never tried to play with the option with the filter this much. But I discovered that it really, really shows, and it stands out that really you see the disc with the filter, that the sun really goes through the clouds. So it's obviously really, really close and really low as well.
So what filter is that you're using right there?
So I'm using this is actually recorded with a polarizing filter, and the filter I used in a video recording software, and that is X-ray and negative. So two of those I applied to the video, and this is what you get. It clearly shows you much better that you can see it going through the clouds.
Yeah, so X-ray and negative are the filters to use. That's fantastic.
Yes.
And then I'm just curious, what?
That's from iMovie, actually. Yeah.
iMovie is what you're using?
Yes, just basic iMovie.
That's what I'm using as well.
Okay.
And so I'm just letting this play a couple of times here because that just needs to sink in. People need to watch that top edge of the sun as it's sinking into the clouds there. and watch the clouds.
Exactly.
Watch the clouds behind it. You know, up here you can see that it's in the middle of those clouds there, and I've got a clip that I'll probably share in just a little bit that has something similar, but it's not in this. It's not that same quality of what you got right there. That's fantastic.
Yes,
So
and we can go through more videos if you like from the playlist, and that will show a similar thing. But I don't have these filters applied, but there's no need because you can clearly see it's going through.
so I'm at your next video. Is there a spot you'd like me to cue to?
Sure, either of them. Either use the cloud behind the sun or 3,000 miles on the bank.
Hey, I did it.
So this is
Sorry.
do you want to do the sun 3,000 mile high debunked?
First, so we first focus on the sun, and then we can go to the trails.
Sounds good. All right, so where would you like me to go in here?
Okay, so go to 6-minute mark, please.
Oh, that's beautiful. Would you like me to play the audio through, or would you like to do some commentary on it, Mike? Hello, Mike?
Looking at guys. The sun in front or behind?
Did I lose your mic?
Is it going to go through the clouds? Perhaps?
Maybe his connection is lost.
Let me just go back to this point here, and I'll let the video speak for itself, and hopefully we'll get Mike back in just a second.
Could it be possibly proved that the moon is really not rock? So someone tell me, is the sun in front or behind the clouds? So what are we looking at, guys?
I just want to go back here and play this clip. Look at this.
Or behind the clouds.
Watch this bird come in.
So that.
All right. Do you see that, Q?
Yeah.
Do you think the brightness of the sun is obscuring the bird?
Yeah, maybe it's not birds. They look like birds. They act like birds, but they don't have to be birds.
All right. Well, you're moving ahead here a little fast.
Yeah, sorry about that. You know, because.
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, you're back. We didn't miss you. Okay, continue. We talk later.
Yes. So you just can. I was talking to myself for a minute there.
Oh no. So I just spotted this because I hadn't watched this section of your video closely, but I was just pointing out. So this bird's flying off, and it's on the face of the sun right now, and the brightness of the sun is not obscuring the bird. You can see the bird on the face of the sun. So that's one of the issues that people are going to be concerned with, that it's the brightness of the sun that's making it seem like, you know, clouds are behind the sun and stuff like that. I just put out a video today about that. I think it's an important point, and I think you figured it out, that it's not. But what I want to do is hear what you have to say about it. So I'm going to rewind this here, down on it, and let you talk about it. You there?
Sure.
All right, so here it's going.
Okay, look at this. Could it be possibly proved that the moon is really?
Yes. So it was I was recording a sunrise, and you can clearly see as the sun is rising, and it will go through the clouds.
Now, unfortunately, I was using at that time only autofocus, which I after that discovered because of the issue on this video that it was getting out of focus. Because if you just use auto settings on the sun, you will be going out of focus quickly because the camera cannot cope with that. So
Yeah,
if you just watch this, you will see it's illuminating the clouds from below, and then you will see also when it goes through the cloud, and it will illuminate only the proximity around the sun, so you can see how low the sun must be. And now we can see the glare while it's going through right now. Look at that.
it was sort of shocking to me to realize how short of a range around the sun it was illuminating the clouds. Have you noticed that?
Exactly, yes. And this is, I think this is really important to point out, because people still are in the, I would say, fake model that it's 3,000 miles away, 2,000 miles high up. So our footage, I believe, this proves that, and nails the coffin there, really, because you clearly see it's going through the cloud. So it's whatever that sun is, if it's a projection, if we have possibly multiple suns, or if it's just like a rainbow. And yes, and as you look at the feed now, you can really see the sun is inside of the cloud, and I also applied a later filter there, and you see the illumination. It's proximity. It's just right there.
Yeah, it doesn't light up everything all around like super bright, just right there.
Exactly. Yeah. Small area only. Small.
I have a question for you both. You notice at the sun set when it passes a certain layer, then the sun becomes more clear and less bright, and it will like this. Yeah, this is, I think, later in the video. Yeah, I got a couple of good videos. Yeah, I filmed here. Yeah, in the sunset, and then a bit blurry, and then it passes through a layer, and then it becomes clear like this. You guys notice this also?
I have.
Yeah, I can confirm. Yeah, it's definitely changing. Changing in brightness, and also way we can focus on it when it rises through the layers.
And what is also weird is you can sometimes you can film the sun without any filter. You know, when it's still high. You know, that's weird also, because cannot lit of
Exactly. It's impossible.
would be crazy to think.
Oh,
So,
hold on here. I wanna play this again now.
Yeah, Jason, if you want for this video, if you just go from 9-minute mark, because yeah.
I've got this queued up right now. I saw this bird traveling through, and I just want to play this section here. We we saw before where the bird is clearly visible on the face of the sun. We were looking at that while you dropped off, and I'm just going to let this run here and see what happens. And it shot around the other side. Now that's my personal opinion. I don't know if you guys agree with me. And Q aren't necessarily real physical birds as well either.
yeah.
May not be.
Yeah, man. I got some weird footage. I was filming with my green velvet filter, and I get some sun crawlers. Man, I need to slow down the video like 10 times, and I could see, yeah, a mix between planes and birds, speeding in an immense speed in front of the sun. You know, I must make a video about it, but I don't know what those things are, man. I have also a moon video. Something's flying behind the moon. You know, I don't know what it is. You know, so birds. Yeah, they look like birds.
So I don't think it's necessary that we really pin it down and say exactly what we think it is. But I think the important thing is to point out what to look for, to get people knowing what to look for. Because I know that when you did that video where you could see the little things like the insects in the air,
Yes, yes, with the rods.
with the rods, that I had never known to look for that.
Yeah, I saw it by accident, man. I was just filming the dancing mosquitoes. Film everything, you know, even the tiniest spider. I have some nice spider footage also. I was watching the footage, and then I noticed some things flashing. I played it on slow motion, and I saw those things. And after that, I just watched the sky and my window, and I see things flying super fast. But you think it's our birds, but those are not birds. Those are those rods, I think. You know, and in the sunlight, they become very clear visible.
So Mike, I've got your fourth video queued up here with the clouds behind the sun and moon in the sky at the same time.
What? Come again?
Okay.
I was talking to Mike. I said I have his fourth video with the clouds behind the sun and moon in the sky at the same time queued up. And I was just curious if he had a spot for me to head to.
Should not be timing mark, I think.
Okay.
Boss.
Yeah, still waiting for it to update with the live page.
All right, so it should be coming in now. Man, there sure are a lot of birds visible in front of the sun.
We can see now. And you know, you just watch this, and you will notice. And for me, it was first very difficult to process in my mind how clouds behind the sun, and to see sun travel through the clouds. You know, I was, as all believers, we were first ball earthers, you know, and then we became flat earthers, but we were still believers. We lived in a white sun and 3,000 miles high. Now you wouldn't be able to see clouds this far. It takes some time to process in your brain and to understand, and then you start looking. And I would really suggest to everyone who wants to make these videos or support this, you need to take your camera everywhere. So it will be your girlfriend number one or boyfriend, you know, for that matter. So have your camera always with you, always, because I noticed that if I have it 23 hours a day with me, and those 2 minutes I miss something, you know, if I don't take it.
I have the same.
That's fantastic advice.
Yeah. Yeah, take your phone with you to film, you know. Sometimes I don't do that, and then watch the sky when I'm out, and I cannot film it, man. Then I'm sick, you know.
And if you have your phone with you and your camera with you, and you're recording something that is really ridiculous, you record your other camera recording to help verify that, you know, it is in fact legit and that there's no hoax going on.
Yeah. Yeah, if I have to start hoaxing, man, why am I here for, you know? I film as it is, you know? And yeah, They believe it or not, I don't care. You know, I film it like it is, and yeah, show it like it is.
Oh,
Yeah, don't.
I just
Yeah, also,
rewound your
yeah,
video
go
here,
on.
Mike, and there's a lift off in your video that looks just like one of the ones that I have.
Oh, this one, yes, that's one of the most beautiful sights, I must say. I've never seen, you know, I'm from Central Europe, and I've never seen sun rising above sea. And this is one of the moments where, you know, all the money you spend on camera and equipment is worth every penny, really, because it's just incredible view.
Oh, yeah. So I was on vacation in St. Martin, and there was a camera store there that had the P900, and it was cheaper than I could buy in the States. And so I just went for it. I'm like, I'll figure out a way to pay for it, you know, somehow. And the very next morning, I was out recording the sunrise, and that's the first time I recorded the same thing, that same lift off with that same glare beneath, and it's stunning. It took my breath away.
Yeah, absolutely. And also the green flash at sunrise and sunset.
Do you have any thoughts on what the green flash is?
I believe it could be to do with electromagnetism. I believe this is electromagnetic universe, possibly. Who knows? So that could be something with that. I don't think it's because of the science and wiki will tell you some lies. Oh, this is very rare occurrence. Well, anytime I I have the chance to record the sunrise and sunset, you will see it every single time. You just need a good zoom camera, really.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. I just want to watch
And
this.
normally,
I want to watch this lift off one more time, and then maybe we can get to see
Yeah.
some of your footage, Q.
I hope I have some.
How many terabytes do you have?
Like 2.5, 3 now or so, man. Every day, like 10, 15 gigabytes extra. I don't watch them, you know, I don't have time to watch them, but all videos show something special. And I always film the sky with 2 cameras, time-lapse and my Nikon. So plenty of nice footage.
yeah, and you can also see the invisible horizon, what I call it here as well. So this could be the limit we can really see it properly, which is hidden from us. You know, if you want to think of it as you live in your own bubble, you know. So that could be the limit our eyes can see, and then it just gets distorted like this and split.
You know, you see zero reflection. You see only that this tiny bit reflection, but you not see reflection over the water.
Isn't that amazing? And look at how short a distance clouds that it's illuminating them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All
And
right.
that's really insight.
So I'm gonna let you do the presenting on your videos, Q, and maybe you could just share a few things with us.
Yeah, what you guys like to see? I'm gonna show my tripod fine tune tool I made from a little bit of scrap wood.
Okay. Yeah. So,
that,
well, how about we go through some footage first, and then we'll talk about our equipment a little after that.
okay, I can plenty to show. I only don't know what you like to see.
Well,
Let me go to my channel. Hold on.
So this is what you see.
YouTube have a new icon I see. In the left corner, top corner.
yeah, I noticed that today.
Yeah, so it's an arrow. It will sting you.
Yeah, so if you could show us some footage that you've recorded, but I would also like to go over your new videos that you have as far as debunking the 3,000-mile sun, and even your Pearl Harbor hoax video, because you've got a really sharp eye for catching
Bullshit. Oh yeah,
hoaxes.
yeah, yeah. And
hoaxes.
my new hoax videos, and I recently did this Chattanooga school bus thing, you know,
Yes, that,
because I'm learning some hoax codes, you know, and now I can verify a hoax by watching the names used, and then I watch the images, and then I find some things that are not right, you know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it helps
just,
point you in the direction. You know where to look when you see the certain codes, right?
yeah. The names, they use the names, and the numbers. You know, it's very important. You can identify hoax with watching 10 seconds. You know, names tell everything. Names and numbers.
And symbols too.
Yeah, symbols, but numbers and names are more easy to identify than symbols, you know, because yeah, you have to look very good for symbols, but names are just there. They use names, all hoax names, all the same biblical names, you know, Ram, Ham, Sam, Lamb, Ron, Son, you know, things like that, 11, 23, 33, that things like that, colors, brown, gold, red. You know, I'm following one channel, you know, and yeah, it's good, you know, because I get wiser from it.
Yeah, yeah. I follow a lot of material, and you know, you just sort of gotta. If you take it all in, you gotta filter it. Not everybody's right all the time, and not everybody's
Indeed,
honest all the time. So you got to be the filter.
yeah, indeed, I can verify it, you know, when I look at the images and I see light poles disappear and things like that, then it's 100% hoax, you know, that this won't happen in real life. And I show this clearly in my video, you know.
So you want to show us? You want to show us something?
Visual evidence. We don't like to talk too much in the videos. Just show the stuff.
Mm-hmm. You want to show us something?
Yeah, maybe the flat Earth star. You know,
Let's take
with
a look.
the faces, maybe. Or I'm looking in my list. Yeah, invisible plane. We have stars, star trails. We have sunrises. We have the rods. Invisible plane.
How about you take us in? How about you take us into the invisible plane and the chemtrail scene?
Okay, yeah, okay. I will do that.
Because Flat Earth Photography Mike has filmed that as well. I've filmed it as well. It's actually it's going to be one of my upcoming videos.
All right. Seebeck Sky recently filmed an awesome invisible plane. Really, that was a real nice one.
It was nice. I saw that one, and I was hoping that he could join us today.
Yeah. He had to get his daughter from a school party, I believe, or something like that. And maybe he will drop in. We never know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Must I share screen?
Yeah. Do you know how to start sharing?
Yeah, I know my way around computers. Shall I do full screen? Yes, why not? Can you see it?
It'll probably take a second to load. I don't see it yet. I'm checking the live feed. It's not there yet.
It's still traveling across the globe, you know, the signal. So
yeah. Yeah, it bounces off something in the air. Yeah, it bounces off the balloons. You saw this video of me? The NASA launched balloons 2,000 miles up, and then bounce radio signals from it.
I did see.
They have a 100-foot balloon,
yeah.
in a canister of 30 inch, yeah, and they inflate it with explosives. Man, this is too crazy. Can you see my screen?
No, it's not sharing yet.
Oh
Not
man,
yet, not yet.
there is a lack of like 2 minutes. This is ridiculous.
Does it? Is it?
I got 150 MB internet. It must be fast.
Does it look like it's sharing on your side or not?
Yeah, it says I can hit the button stop screen sharing.
Does it say present to everyone next to it?
No, it doesn't say that.
Yeah, he's sharing on our feed, but not on the live feed. So maybe you need to make him presenter or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, make me boss, man. Make me boss.
See, that's gonna make me present. I'm just gonna try this. We'll see if that makes.
Otherwise, I send the link to you and you share your screen, yo.
Well, we can do that.
Hold on. Okay, let me see. Here it is. Yeah, it's not working out properly. I will stop the screen sharing. Right. Yeah, did you receive the link, Jay?
I don't have Skype open right now. Let me.
Okay.
I'm gonna open it up quick.
Oh, I could put it in the chat in this window, man. I forgot. Here, I can send it here also.
All right, I think I got this ready to go.
Okay. Yeah, it not works. Okay.
So we're gonna get better at this, guys. You know that?
Yeah, of course, man. It's the first time. You will become a good administrator.
You know, it's always the first time with everything. You don't know what to do, you know, how to move, but then, you know, you figure it all out.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's why I thought we would talk about photography, because we've been doing this maybe a little bit longer than others have, or have learned what to look for and stuff like that. So I thought if we talked about it together, we could help others.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I give, sometimes people come to my videos and ask me how to do this or that, you know. And I explain, and then they are happy.
All right, so the video seems to be up. I'm going to go ahead and let this roll. And if you could tell us a little bit about it, Q.
Yeah, I see a very little sky, you know. So I can always focus on a tiny piece of sky. And that's, yeah, I don't know why, but I always film a lot of strange things. And I have hundreds of these planes flying over my house. Yeah, and sometimes they forget to mimic the plane, and then you see nothing. Yeah.
They forget to mimic the plane.
Yeah. Yeah, like I show on my video.
I
You
know.
know,
I know what you're talking about.
It's clear.
It's just
If-
fun. It's just funny.
Hold on, I'm going back to the thing.
So I'll just let this play again. Something else you'd like to show us?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, can you play it again?
Yeah, I'm letting it run again. So there's no plane there.
No. There's nothing.
And so there's some clouds around here, and somebody might say, well, maybe it's just being obscured by the clouds. But
No, because the trails are much less dense, of course. How can we see a metal, not a metal object? It should be the other way around. Where people cannot think anymore, man. If I see the comments, man, of people, man, how stupid can you be? There is no plane. Yeah, metal is more dense, so we should see the plane.
So one of the things I've noticed is I'll see a plane spraying where either it's visible or not visible, but I'll see the spray trails out there. And maybe I'm not holding my camera, so I gotta run, go get the camera, and I get it, and I'm taking the lens cap off, and I'm trying to get it on the tripod, and I'm trying to get it all set up, the camera running, and it seems like whatever it is up there knows what I'm doing, and it runs for the clouds, like it'll.
I have the same feeling, they know exactly what we are doing.
And it runs for the clouds to hide, or if there's a tree that's gonna be blocking like this is right here, that it'll run to be hidden, because then what I've done is I've run to relocate myself so that I'm in a new position where I can see it, and it'll just be gone.
Yeah, I captured some of those planes just disappearing in midair, just gone. They make a fat trail, and then they simply disappear. Yeah, how do you explain that, man? Yeah, and just simply disappear when flying towards you.
Yeah.
So it should be the other way around, but no, the trail disappeared and the plane disappeared.
I'll have some of that in my video that I have coming up.
Guys, I wonder if you have noticed that I have made a few videos with morning fake planes where I propose that these are not real planes, and they make a vortex type of trail, which kind of spins, and sometimes I don't see the plane. Most of the time, if I see a plane, I cannot really focus on it. They don't want to be captured really, and those vortexes, those trails will stay there for hours and hours without moving, and all other clouds move, so they really must be special.
Yes, and with this sky setting, you have to film the planes, the far planes fly past this cloud, then you can see special things like invisible planes. I don't know how come this cloud stays still for hours, but it's something special. But you have to keep watching and watching and watching and watching, and maybe one day we understand it.
Yeah, and actually, one of my first videos, so it was about, I think, 8 months ago or so, doesn't have many views, but it's a beautiful pair of clouds which was in the sky for entire 2 days, guys. For 2 days, those clouds were, and they were rainbow clouds for 2 days in the sky. So this, and actually before I captured it, I was just having the camera. Actually, didn't even have it. It was just supposed to arrive, and I made the video with my phone only, but I was praying and praying or meditating, call it what you want. to see something, and I get up, I get out of the house in the morning. In front of my house, above my head, is that beautiful cloud that was there for 2 entire days. That's incredible. How is that possible on a spinning ball?
Yeah, yeah, and clouds are not what people think. You know, they think it's magic flying water. You know, when you fly with a plane through the clouds, the windows stay dry. How come? You know, the clouds are something magic, and they work together with the sun and the moon and the stars. You know, it's. I will make a video about the clouds. You know, about the magic flying water.
That's a great idea,
You know, because,
Q.
yeah, because when you take 1 part water and 1 part air, water is still more heavy, I believe. You know. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of lies going on about the clouds.
I agree. And Mike, I would just like to go back to your last comment about the praying or meditating. I think that is a fantastic point. It's something that I do when I make a plan to go out and record. I do a really deep prayer to the creator of this world, and we know that there is a creator. If this is a flat plane, it didn't happen by accident. So I make a very deep prayer to the creator, something that'll help me understand what reality is. And you know, and it's been in times like that all of a sudden a plane would shoot through the sun, and I'm like, okay, you were listening. You know, you sort of broke my sense of what I thought was reality and what was possible by letting that happen and letting me watch that and film it. So
yeah, sometimes same thing happened to me. You know, I asked this guy to show something, and just like you say, I see a plane through the sun or weird things. You know, orbs or anything.
so I've got your Chemtrails Are a Psyop film queued up, Mike, if you want to sort of direct me somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. This is a nice one. So we can stop at 5 minutes, please.
Start or stop at 5?
Start at 5, sorry.
Okay.
Start at 5 minutes, yeah.
All right, so here we are. We'll go full screen on this.
How do you know all the times, man?
You know, I use a pencil and a piece of paper, old way.
Oh,
you know?
okay. Man,
He was prepared, Q.
Movie I made yesterday.
Okay. So maybe we can wait for it to go out full screen now. So if you see here, the plane is casting a shadow. It's like a projection. And also notice the illumination on the plane now. And this is when the plane was flying below the sun. It was about 4 hours before sunset, actually. And why are we seeing this? If the sun is supposed to be huge, shouldn't the plane be illuminated for a long time in the sky? Proves to me that it's really close. And I also have recent footage that shows the sun illuminating the plane from below. So clearly the plane must be above the sun before. Actually, it's just like few minutes, literally few minutes after sunset. I have to get still that video and process it and upload. But it's in doing, so it'll be one of the upcoming videos as well. But we can see the opposite effect as well, which clearly to me proves that it's just there, you know. And after sunset, we still see that it will be illuminated. And you see now as well here, I slow it down a little bit. You can see the reflection of the sun. This is to me not a real plane because the geometry also doesn't match up. It's a little bit bent, you know, and sometimes you see missing wings and so on. So
Well, I think
Really strange stuff.
I think we're going to see a pattern here, because there's something that I've been noticing as well, and it's going to be in the footage that I share. I've seen it in Cybex Sky's footage, and that is that reflection that you were talking about is it happens strangely along the sides and the tails and around the engines over and over and over in all this footage that I'm watching. And there's something about that glow. I'm going back to it again in your video, and I just want to pause it here, and maybe we can just look at it so that we can all keep an eye on this. And see if you notice this in all of your footage, that at some point you're going to get some weird glowing reflections that don't make sense as far as lighting from the sun's concerned.
I have something like this from a balloon flight in the clouds. It's like windows in the clouds, 3 windows. I will make a tiny video from this because it looks very crazy, because I played with some saturation and hue, and it's exactly 3 windows in the clouds. Yeah, really, it's crazy.
So I am seeing this as well, and those lights, I'm going to be drawing attention to it in the footage that I have, and I think it's something that we all... Go ahead.
If I can suggest to you, after you see, like 5 minutes after the sun is setting, for 45 minutes, try filming planes in the area where the sun was setting, and you will notice it's illuminated from below, this lighting, and it's only visible for 1 second, 2 seconds max, but you will notice it. I have beautiful pink trails, you know, from the setting sun, and the illumination on the bottom of the plane. So it's really incredible.
It is.
And when you can, on this video, just keep playing it. You go to 620. It's nearly there now, anyway.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Yes. So I think on this one we will also see the same effect. Now you can see below the sun, and it's illuminated again. It's like on fire, really. So this is the next plane. It was just like, I filmed it like a few minutes after. And see again the illumination there, the reflection from the sun when it's below it.
Yeah, and the shape of the plane,
like
the shape of the plane was off.
You have those with a red reflection also?
Yes, but I don't have it processed yet, so it's in a doing.
Yeah, I got
I will upload probably this weekend.
Okay.
If we can also go, Jason, to 10 minutes 20 mark on this video as well.
Yep.
I have something else to show here.
Oh, there's those lights.
Yeah, still on speed live, so meeting.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
I'm seeing now something. So this is a plane projecting itself. And you barely see it, really. You don't barely see the shape. You just see these orbs, and now the illumination from the sun as well. And you see how it casts the shadow on the sky. And it will get better in a second as well. So it was also, now here I apply some filters as well. You will see it more clear.
Can I use this clip in my upcoming chemtrail video?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes. Feel free.
Oh, thank you.
This is really crazy.
And also the trails make a shadow as well, also the plane. And then if you go to the end of the video at the 12:15 mark, this was just when it was passing my house before that. And I apply some nice filter as well, and you will see it even clearer.
Oh my.
So look at that shadow
Wow.
and tell me, what is that? What is going on here? Really?
The light has to come from below.
So something isn't right here.
Indeed. Yeah, I showed it also in this shadow on the wall video. You know, I have special sky here, and I can always get shadows when the sun is here.
Well, I'm just mesmerized by that right now. That's crazy.
So yeah, this is what happens when you watch the skies all the time.
Yeah.
You will capture it. You will get the eyes to see, really. And you know, not always you have time to set up the tripods, but I try whenever I can, but it's not always possible. You know, sometimes you just jump out of the car and you stop, and you're just filming there, right there, you know. So
Yeah, I did that when I filmed Rainbow recently. Just, you know, there's no tripod, just jump out and try to lock the camera in as tight a position as I can and be as, you know, smooth as I can with it.
We invited Stephen Hawkins.
So do you have something that you would like to go over in your videos, Q?
Yeah. Show this shadow on the wall video. Hold on.
Send me the link.
I'm gonna send you the link because it's important. People have to see things are not like they think it is. Let me see where it is. Man, I have so much videos. Okay, shadows on the wall.
So I've got your video page up right here.
I send it in the chat in the
in Skype
hangout window.
Oh, okay.
You see it?
Yep.
Alrighty.
And before I play that, I just want to go back to this here real quick. And I just want to have people take a look at the videos that you have out on your channel right now. And so this flat Earth 3,000 mile sun model, the 3,000 mile sun model destroyed in 5 minutes. That's fantastic. The fact that you knew the locations of those things and we can identify the distances.
Yeah. There are a couple of good balloon videos which shows also the locations, you know, and then suddenly a bell ring, you know. I think, hey man, distance to the horizon on this altitude, hey man, and then then I come up with this thing, you know, it just popped into my head.
That's the way it does.
So, yeah. You know, I always find a way to debunk some things, you know. I always find my own way, and you can see this in all my videos. I have a special way of debunking things. Too much talking. So yeah, I don't know where I get it from, you know, it just popped up in my head.
All right, so I'm on your shadows on the wall video. I'm gonna let this run here.
I think it's hanging here. I don't see nothing, man.
Just a second. It seems.
Oh.
You seeing it now?
Yes. Look, now they cut down those big trees on the right, so I see more sky. Oh yeah, this was a teaser.
All right, so let us know what you're seeing here. Q, explain it to us.
Yeah. Look, this is time lapse with my green welder's glass. You know, and those things you can spot better when you have a time lapse of this footage. then you can see a lot more. And yeah, clearly we see where this shadow coming from. It's coming from this trail. Yeah, so it has to be behind the sun. Otherwise, we won't get a shadow. Impossible. This is not how shadows work. We all know how shadows work.
So how are you getting this time-lapse footage?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just love the sky, man.
No,
yeah,
no. What
I
what
just do
camera?
it.
What setting?
What's it? Mostly I film at 2 seconds, but I always watch the sky, the speed of the clouds. You know, I take a lot of time lapse with my phone. I have more settings on that. Yeah, then mostly I film for 2 seconds because that's about the best, I think.
Okay.
But on our phones, we can take better time lapses than the Nikon. It's a little bit limited.
Okay.
You know, and they do that for a reason, because you have to buy a more expensive camera. You know, like we can only take star trails for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was just curious if you were doing this with the P900 or a different camera.
This one I made with my P900.
Okay.
P610, sorry. I don't own a big one. I have a small one.
And what's this part coming up here next?
What you say, Jay?
What's this part here?
This is just daylight, you know, and you see it's still above a 5-story flat. Yeah, and I have the rest of this video. I can film without any filter. This is taken without any filter. And you see the shadows behind this cloud. Yeah, this cannot happen in reality. Look, how can you explain this? I don't know, man. I just see a shadow. And there is always this layer behind those clouds. There's always this layer. You know, and when you use a filter, you can see multiple layers in front and in back of the sun. Look, and with those motions, this was a plane through the sun. You can see what's happening in the back and all around the clouds. Look, clearly a shadow.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I got lots more of those shadow footage, you know. But yeah, why I should make another 10 videos about it, you know? I already have to, you know. Look, this is how shadows work.
Okay, I'm gonna play your new 3,000 mile sun model destroyed quick.
Yeah,
And
let's do a 3,000 mile destroyer.
And tell us, you know, where do you get this footage and what?
Well, I just watch videos, you know. In the past, I've seen about all balloon flights. So yeah, I look for some videos which are fit for my sunspot, you know, and yeah, look, right, this was not a personal attack, you know, but I'm being ignored by all channels, you know. If I want to talk about the sun model they present, but yeah, it's like they getting bitten, you know. They totally ignore me. So I had to do this. Yeah, I have to wake my people up, man.
So how far away do you think the sun is, Q?
I don't know, man. You know, it's so mysterious. You know, I show you this footage of this skydiver, you know, diving through this layer. I don't know, man. It's every time is different.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but it can be a couple of miles, can be a couple of 100 meters, because I think the sun can grow and be smaller and appear the same size. You know, when it's closer, it's smaller, but you don't see it's closer because it's the same size. You know, the sky works like that. And I see this with those planes also. You know, this footage from Emily Susan with the two planes crossing each other. The faraway plane that looks the farthest underneath the other plane. So this proves those planes can have any size.
You've showed me that footage before.
Yeah. Look, it's in the middle of that spot. How far away is it, man? I don't know, man, but it's right above that spot.
Yeah, and it's in the balloons at 100,000 or not even 100,000.
No, man. And I also notice it's all around the same blackness.
And no
all around in 360.
And no stars.
No stars, but we have to see. Let's say it's at my longitude line. Yeah, at my longitude line, there should be light because it's daylight. Yeah, but this one all those balloon footage shows 360 around the same darkness, and that's not what we have thought about the ball or the flat Earth. You have to think about this. You know, when it's daylight in Holland, then it's daylight in South Africa also. So you're telling me I cannot see through a couple of 100 miles through daylight? It's darkness. It's the bubble.
It is the bubble.
You know? It's the bubble for that area, and it doesn't matter where you let up a balloon. Yeah, you can let up a balloon 20 miles or 30 miles next to the other balloon, and it look totally the same. You know, this bubble looks everywhere the same. Just pay attention to those balloon footage. They tell you.
It does, but you know, the thing is, you have to be able to sort of put yourself into that model, into that perspective.
Yes.
And do it without without all the preconditioned thinking that we've had, you know, to go in with a blank slate. And it's tough.
I think my own way, you know. Nobody can put something in my mind again, you know. And I just want to activate people's brain on things like this, you know. When you see a balloon 360 around the same darkness, no stars. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you let up a balloon in the US or in Holland. It's always looked the same.
But that distance to the horizon is just 380 miles.
Yeah. Not too far.
Yeah, actually,
I even put this line a little bit too low because the horizon is a little bit higher.
Actually, recently I had the video there. I'm not sure which one it is now, but I was recording a sunset. Was I think a month and a half ago, and the sun was setting, and it was changing color from white going through, you know, the usual orange. But usually this is where it ends. It ends up at orange color. But this time it went pink and purple even, and then it disappeared in the haze.
Pink and
so that was really, really strange.
Pink and purple, huh?
Yeah, it was even purple. So I've never seen it before.
I see those colors in the clouds sometimes: purple, pink, green. And and it's the same green as the borealis light. It's the same purple as the borealis light. You know. Yeah, maybe it's some electric thing.
All right, guys. Well, I'm just going to show you just a little bit of my footage quick here, and maybe get your thoughts on it as well.
Oh, please do so.
So the first videos that I ever filmed with the P900 were in St. Martin, and I'm so glad I bought the camera. So I'm checking to see if this is going to show up here. Yeah, it looks like it is. So this is, like you were showing before, like we were looking at your footage, Mike. This is the first time I saw a liftoff of the sun over the water. You guys getting this?
You cannot die without seeing it.
You guys getting this footage now?
Yeah, I see a screen.
Yeah, see it.
But it's not running, I think.
It seems to be showing up on the live feed. Are you seeing it, Mike?
Yeah, I can see it on the live feed. It's coming through.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there it is.
And then let me move. So I found this interesting right here. Now this is the first time I had the camera, and I was using autofocus. So you guys know how, you know, sometimes it jumps in and out, so it's not always clear. But if you look at the position of the clouds on the horizon and in front of the sun, I think this is, you know, you get the cloud at the water in front of the sun. You've clearly got clouds in front of the sun. It's illuminated above and around, but in that short distance, like, you know, your footage that we were looking at, Mike, and then it rises up through these clouds.
Well, this is actually, wow. I mean, that cloud in front,
Yeah,
so low.
right at the water, right there.
Wow. I have never seen footage. Wow, this is, I'm glad he's showing this. And look at the sun, actually. It has eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Smiling at you.
Like a jack-o'-lantern, right?
Yeah, it's a face.
It's smiling at you. I'm not joking, really.
Smiley. It's crazy.
Exactly, smiley.
It got an ear also, and some hair, some feather.
This is incredible. That cloud in front is so low. Wow.
Yeah, right at the water.
Yes.
You can see those clouds when you watch ocean videos, you know, or lakes. You can, in the distance, you see clouds touching the water. You think maybe it's because the distance, but maybe they are really touching the water. I don't know.
Well, I think I'm going to show you a little bit more in this footage, and I think they really are touching the water.
Look, I see.
In that, the distance to the horizon there, you know, I'm standing right at the edge of the water, so that's 3 miles.
Yeah, this cloud below on the horizon, this is not very far.
No.
No,
No,
definitely not. This may just be the bubble there, and
And so
crazy.
I'm gonna, let's see, zoom through this just a little. I've got it on double speed right here.
Get up,
I just want to show, here's, I mean, it's almost to the point where clouds behind the sun is getting slightly boring for me, but
Yeah.
not really.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see faces.
But you can clearly see when the clouds are in front and when they're behind as well.
Yeah. Time lapses, you can always see it better when you take time lapses because you can see this layer behind the sun move. And just pay attention at different moving directions.
Jason, do you want to just Joby is asking there in the chat? I see if we can invite him. Do you think he has the link for the hangout?
Oh, who's? I missed that. I'm sorry. No.
You see Joby asking that to join.
Okay.
Joby. Joby show crazy things on his channel, you know, with the colors, and I like the stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he shows some the other thing, you know.
how do we get him hooked up with us?
Let me see. Shall I PM him the link on?
Yeah, privately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it. I go to his channel. Hold on.
So.
Yeah, so we don't get 100 people in hangout.
Yeah, we all hang out. Hold on.
So I just this footage right here. You know, I was showing you the low clouds in front of the sun. This is ridiculous. Let me run this.
This is incredible. Actually, I'm still processing those low clouds. Because usually you don't get the chance to see this close, you know, and then those clouds are so low and so close. Wow.
Yeah, and I've got a bunch of still pictures of this as well. I was stopping and taking pictures and taking video. I think this was maybe the second day I had the camera.
Okay, link sent to Joby.
Look at that group of clouds that are just right around the sun there at the water as it backs out here.
Yeah. Like they're holding the sun.
And the thing is if you didn't have the long zoom lens, you would have never seen that.
I mean, really, a high-power zoomed camera will open your eyes to things and to faces, and then when you train your eyes in a few months, everyone, I think, every photographer out there, you will see faces. I mean, I'm at work, I go on break, I just look at the clouds and let me see something, and there you go, an image, a face pops in front of me, and the sun is behind, and I just show my friends at work, and they see, wow, I see a face. I said, yes, it's a face, you know. So it's incredible.
So then towards the end, oh, this is the first time I saw birds fly behind the sun, and I really had no idea whether or not it was just the brightness obscuring them or not, but I've applied filters, and I've looked at other people footage, and I am convinced that they are circling around. If you look at the angle of their path, they direct themselves away and then make a curving motion. When they come around the other side, they're coming back towards the camera, and then they straighten out. Now, agreed, these may not be real birds, but they're not going in front of the sun either, not in my opinion.
No, so you can see some go in front of the sun, and sometimes you can see them in the back of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And true.
And through, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
possible.
that's
If it's not real birds, of course. And maybe the sun is not hot. I don't know, man. I don't understand the sun. Wow.
yes. So here's
Look this.
that's the sun rising in the clouds right there. That
Wow.
I might want to. I think I want to go back to that one more time.
It was like a tiny window on the bottom.
Yep. I'm gonna hit pause here and let the. And you can see the picture that I use for my avatar is in this series of photos that I took here. So this is sunrise. That's the clouds at the horizon right there.
They obscure the sunrise.
It's like a little veil was put right there. Like it's a stage that it's coming out behind the right behind the curtain.
I see a face with a pointy nose at the right, sticking above the water. This light colored cloud.
Mm-hmm.
You mean to the right of the screen, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I always see faces in the clouds, always.
All right.
And I think and believe they mimic them real faces.
All right. So I'm going to go on to this video here. I'm just going to play a little bit. This is the best footage I've seen of the bird coming from behind and then through the sun. That suggests that this is just the brightness of the sun that's so you'll see the so it happens real fast, and then I slow it down. And so it's behind, clearly visible. All of a sudden, boom, totally obscured. And then it pops out through the face and is clearly visible on the face of the sun. Have you guys caught anything like this? Because if you have, I'd love to see it.
This one is funny. I have a plane like this.
Going through?
Yeah, man. I got it on YouTube. This compilation.
Yeah, so birds dancing around in the sun, and then I apply some filters to it. And it seems to go in and out, in and out.
It's like they're crawling in the sun.
Mm-hmm. And let's see.
There's another one.
All right. Well, I think maybe we wrap this up in the next 15 minutes or so. That'll be about 2 hours long, and
Yeah.
I don't want it to be too long for people to watch.
Yeah. I get boring when you have to listen to me too long.
I can confirm that.
Wait, man.
But I'd like to go through this one with you guys a little bit. This is the Capella video where it's the second and third time that I've recorded it. Now I recorded it again last night, and once again it's still ascending and going east, which that's the wrong direction. And so Mike, I just want to you know, you've started using the
Now, if
polarization
you haven't seen
filter.
this video, I recommend
And
that you do.
just a
I
second
published
here.
this November
Gotta figure out-
1st, and it's a video of Mars. Now, you know,
Take the volume down. Jump ahead here a little bit.
I can get this effect through my filters.
You're not.
Stars,
What?
no, the stars keep dancing, man. Focus in, focus out. I don't get those Venus. Yesterday I filmed Venus, and I tried two different filters. I don't get it. This,
No, are they Asian filters?
and
It's different.
I,
You'll have different view of the star or different shapes as well. It seems it's really localized from what I see so far from comparing your guys' footage and my footage.
yeah, I think you have totally different stars than I have, because everywhere you see the same stars in different parts of the world, they all look different.
Yeah, it seems like, so with the polarization filter on there, I see that structure to it more, but it's still got the dancing light.
Yeah, but
Oh,
for me,
absolutely,
it
yeah.
made no difference. You saw my dancing Venus video. Yeah, Venus is still here. I can film it, but when I put the polarization filter on, it looks the same. It's
Interesting.
a little bit darker, but it keep dancing like a madman.
So this, yeah, this is Capella, and this is without the polarization filter right here. And it's ascending and it's going east. So I don't know if you guys can record it from your location. If you've noticed any other stars that are going the wrong direction, you know, all the star charts and stuff like that. Say,
Yeah, I'm just waiting for clear sky. Actually, it's quite honestly it's quite dark, quite hard to get cloudless sky in Hidden Island. So I'm just waiting for clear day, and I'll try to do the same as you do with Capella.
that'd be great. That'd be great. All right. Was there anything else that you guys would like to talk about?
I don't know. Maybe some people in the channel have some want something to know how we think, or I didn't see Yorby. I sent a link to Yorby PM, but he didn't come in.
Okay. So here's one more video that I just came across recently. Every once in a while, I just do a YouTube search for clouds behind the sun, and this is one that I hadn't seen before. And I talked to the content creator and asked if I could use it in a video. It's the resolution on it. It's not HD, but let me play this here for you. And watch the way it slices through the clouds. So you see that it's traveling to the right in this footage, and there's that darker cloud that's in the upper portion.
Jason, can you go full screen, please?
That's as large as the video shows, because it's
Okay, resolution. Okay, no worry.
yeah.
Yeah, the very tiny camera.
But if you watch this, you'll see that it slices that cloud, and that cloud's going to come back around and meld back together on the other side.
I showed it in some footage also on my channel, with a time lapse video.
So it's cutting it right now. You can see that.
No, that's interesting. Yeah, that one coming from behind now.
Yeah, dark cloud.
Yeah, you'll see that it's separated it in half, and that it's going to meld back together.
Yeah.
Also pay attention in those layers behind. You know, there are layers behind in this wall.
Absolutely.
We cannot detect this in front of the sun also. You know, if there was multiple layers and the sun was really behind the clouds, then we should see those layers. But they are in the back.
Now here in just a second or so, you're going to see that cloud that was cut. You'll see as the sun moves through it totally, the clouds rejoin back together just the way it was before the sun passed through it.
By the way, I think this video is shot from behind a window with double stained glass, because otherwise you don't get this sun behind it like this reflection.
That reflection like that?
Yeah, I tested this with I showed this in one video.
Recording through windows?
Yeah, this double, and it depends how thick those double stain glass is, 1 inch or a half inch separated. Then you see it. There is more distance in the two suns.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see footage like this and they say, "Oh, there's a sun behind it," it's double glass or something like that. It's not real.
All right, guys.
Yeah, Jason, maybe I think you are dying to know. So I will tell you about the star trails and how to make them with your camera.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe we can cover for some people who don't know yet. It's actually really, really simple. What you need to do, you just put your camera on a tripod, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be recording for 2.5 hours. So you just set your alarm clock to come back to it. And you will turn off the screen, first of all, to conserve battery life, because the screen will, for 2.5 hours, it drains energy.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go to the wheel on the top of the camera, and you go to program.
Okay.
So in program, you will scroll through the options, and I think on the third page, you will see time-lapse video. So you select that, and there you will see, I think it's 5 or 6 options, and one of them is star trails, and the other one is night sky. The star trails will create the trails you see in our star trail videos, and the night sky will create the moving star effect. This is all you need to do.
For some reason, I never went into the program menu like that.
So you go just there,
It's very easy, Jay. It's very
really, really simple.
Do you do it?
Hit the menu and then you see the star trails option.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that. I've had bad weather here.
Yeah, and also do a full zoom on Polaris if you can find it, because you can find interesting things. Well, I did. Every time when I zoom in on Polaris with the star trails, because then it's the only way it picks up enough light to see it. And then you can film some weird things. I need to make a compilation, But people should do that, Zoom in on the star trails and find stationary stars. This is the things you can find if you think out of the box.
Well, it's been great. I mean, this is the first time I got a chance to talk with you, in person, Mike, and it's been great. I would love if we could, like, every so often, when we've sort of gotten a bunch of new videos, new things that we've done, if we could come back together and do another hangout and get better at this,
Yeah.
and sort of just cover our new material, and you know, it might be a little bit easier to, instead of having to work at putting all the commentary into the video that you put up, that you know, we could just sort of chat about it.
Yeah, yeah. It is important to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, share your thoughts with other people, because alone is only alone. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We need to share the work and maybe come to conclusion. Now we can only speculate,
Yes.
but I think the footage we are able to capture, and not only us. I mean, it's many more channels. Except for those who say they have a P900 and they only film in a kitchen. Well, you know. Anyway, but we definitely are out there and we see things, you know, and there's proof. The camera shows you what we see, so we can speculate on what we really are seeing and experiencing, and we can discuss what it could be, perhaps.
Yeah.
We may be in the matrix after all.
Yeah, but we can also see what it not is.
Mm-hmm.
We can see this also. We can also see the lies,
Yeah.
how it not works, and we have to expose that. Yeah, and then and one day we come to the point we understand all this.
Yeah, the process of negation is really powerful, where once you've ruled out a whole bunch of
Yes.
things, it's
Yep. I think like that, you know. You have to rule out all things, and then you come at a point you have the only thing left.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think we will get it, because NASA won't tell us.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, man.
Well, this has been great. I'd love to do it again, guys.
I hope all people in the channel liked it. I could not see all the comments because I'm watching the other screen, but I will read some back and thank them all.
All right, guys.
Yeah, it's been great, and thank you so much for inviting me. And next time I'm going to actually get a better headset so I can use my laptop and present as well, so it'll be easier on you, Jason. You know.
We'll get better.
Yeah, man. We get the hang of it.
All right. Well, till next time.
Hangout. Okay. Now take care of all.
Thanks all, and have a good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are on this flat realm.
Yes.